Hey everybody, Phil Grove here, and I'm at a little deal, a little house we're buying, and I'm going to give you a quick run through. I'm actually in the backyard, so I'm going to start from the backyard and go forward. This house is in a nice part of town, and the houses in this part of town are very, very valuable because they're old houses in a mature neighborhood that a lot of people want to live in because it's really close to downtown. The only catch with these houses in this part of town is they tend to be pretty old and pretty in need for upgrading, which means also that they're pretty good opportunities for investing in real estate. Now, this particular property has a little bit of a hiccup associated with it, and that is, if you can see through the trees there, top-notch hamburgers, right? It backs up to a pretty major street and a bunch of commercial development. Now, here's a point to make about this. In these downtown neighborhoods, people do expect to live near the commercial areas, so that's not a total showstopper. But I will say, a couple of years ago when the market was cold, and people had lots of choices about where they'd live, they would look at something like this and they'd say, no way, I don't want to own or live in a house like that. Today, the market is hot. And when somebody takes a look at a house like this, they see, well, this house is available. These houses don't come available very often, so you either grab it or you lose it. So, perfect example of how the market has created the opportunity. In other words, a house like this that really wasn't a very good opportunity is now a pretty fantastic opportunity. This house has a pretty recent roof on it. It does have a very old electrical system. This is going to have to be brought up to code. Anytime you get a permit for a house like this to do construction on it, you're going to have to bring all of the systems up to current specs, and there's about a $3,500 electrical issue. There's a deck on the back of the house that's in pretty rough shape, although it looks like the homeowners had planned to build a new deck, so they bought all the wood for us. How about that? And it's probably still in good enough condition to use on a new deck. The roof has been recently replaced. It's an inexpensive 20-year roof. You can tell that by the fact that it's super flat, but it's in good enough shape. And the exterior of this house is pretty much all brick, which we love because brick is one of those materials that lasts forever. It's very desirable for maintenance purposes, and of course it's very desirable to the buyers. Let me go ahead and walk through the house, really from the back to the front. Usually I do it the other way around, but we'll go ahead and walk through the house. Got a bunch of people in here looking around. Got a kitchen over here and some tile on the floor. Let me go ahead and walk through here. Excuse me. We've got a master bedroom over here. Oh, the light's not working, so it's a little hard to see. There's a very small but usable master bath here. Tiny little sink, tiny little bathroom, a double closet over there. You can't really tell because there's a lot of things in the house, but there is a tiny bit of a slope towards the front of the house here, and we did have a foundation company come in and tell us that's about a $7,500 repair that's needed, foundation repair. Here's the main bathroom in the house, another small bedroom, and yet another small bedroom. I'm just poking around quickly. There's really not that much to look at. Walking back through the living room, excuse me, and again, walking back out the front. Oops, see an air conditioning closet here, and the air conditioner is clearly working because it's a hot day and it's cool out. This is a brand I've seen before, but it is pretty old, but the good news is it looks clean and it's clearly functioning. Here's another view of the kitchen. There's a garage door there, and the kitchen, and some appliances. Looks like the stove has been upgraded, but there's an older oven in the house, little pantry, and we'll go on out to the front door and take a look back at the front of the house. And here we are looking back at the front of the house. I'll turn around, give you all a good view here. And here it is. And by the way, if you're wondering who are all these people all over the place, this is a property that we have under contract, and whenever we have a property under contract, we do always explore all of our different exit strategies that include wholesaling. So we have some people coming over to take a look at the house that might actually buy the property as a wholesale property. That's always a good exit strategy to explore, and if you are going to show the house to potential buyers for the wholesale exit strategy, it's always a good idea to get them all to show up at the same time so they know that there's lots of people interested in the house. This is a hot house in a hot neighborhood. Like I said, if I kind of scroll around the street here, very pretty little neighborhood in central part of town. A lot of people love to live in neighborhoods like this. This is exactly the kind of neighborhood people love to live in. So that's our little deal of the week. I'm Phil Grove. We'll see you on the next deal. Thanks.